Thanks for tuning in to our new episode. We are joined today by return guest, Dr. Sabine Joseph. Sabine, in our last episode, we spoke about how we work together with the future of work economy, and how it's changing for everybody. And one of our key takeaways were that professional roles are adapting to these new technologies as a sort of a new superpower, as it will. Today we want to talk about how do you shape your future of work, and how have you as a consultant personally shaped your role as a data scientist, machine learning expert, AI consultant? It sounds all amazing, but how have you started your journey a little bit? And then also, what are some of the trends you see professionally today in this space?
All right. Yeah, I've been in the field for nearly 10 years, and I entered straight after I finished my PhD, which was in 2014. And yeah, I've seen also a little bit of evolution in the field. I still also feel that I'm shaping the future, as this field of work is still the future. So what I do is also I educate and train professionals to learn more about data science and AI, so that it's easier for people to also enter this field. And I help companies use the technologies in a fashion where I want to make AI accessible for everyone. We've successfully done that now with one of the companies that I'm part of. We have some specific tools that allow us to make AI accessible for wide audiences, from anyone, people, businesses of any size, to university students and even to kids.
Nice.
So let me share with you some of the trends that I'm seeing. So although it was a high in demand profession when I entered, it's even more high in demand now, and we are seeing the trend to accelerate even more.
Right.
Another trend that I touched upon previously was also that now AI is more in the center of attention, and companies are more making AI a priority now than previously. It was just something a little bit special that they wanted to try out because it was there and because they could do. But yeah, AI and data science really now define a powerful new era of computing that really has the potential to revolutionize how people interact with everyday technology. So the landscapes are rapidly changing. We see always now new developments, especially in the field of natural language processing, with the large language models that are advancing at a fast pace. We also see advancements in computer vision. So from a user perspective, it is just AI can see and recognize objects and so on, but we see a lot of combinations of NLP and computer visions now, which are, for example, text to video. So you just say what kind of video you want, and you get it generated as a result. We also see a lot of automation in the field of data science itself. So some of the stuff that I was doing more extensively, it's also now being automated, so I can also be more productive at my own job.
Right. And then so we deal with a lot of professionals at Project Brains, and we work with professionals who have kind of embraced the concept of fractional work, but as this is a growing phenomenon, I'm curious, when you started sort of the first fractional gig that you did, how did that come about? How did it all start for you to be in this future of work industry, in this fractional space? What shifted for you in terms of sort of how you're going to work in the future?
Yeah, I've always been very interested in innovation, and I want to contribute to this space. I am contributing to it. And I don't know, it just happened out of nowhere that I was introduced to Somil, one of your co-founders for Project Brains, through a friend and colleague. And it happened that they were at the time looking for a specialist who could help with machine learning. So a project I then worked on. My first project was with C Carbon, a California-based company, and they give insights into carbon markets for carbon investors, and they operate in the space of climate finance analytics. So here I came in to build some machine learning models to help with their forecasting of carbon prices. And I mean, they were already going into that direction, but they had different technologies to forecast. So I helped out the team there on a fractional basis. And I mean, I can tell you more about the project if you want, but that is how it came about. And that's how I got involved in the first place, which was really an interesting project.
Right. And do you find that the concept of fractional works well with your expertise? So you can slot in, fit in, you're part of the team, but you can also extract yourself quite easily and work on a second client. Is that an easy transition for you?
For me personally, it is quite easy, but I think it requires the management of the expectations from the client, because I think traditionally how my job is done is definitely like more from a full-time perspective. So as long as I can come up with a roadmap and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do on the first day, on the second day, and so on. Right. So I just break it down into chunks of what am I going to do, then I know I can. And this would then be a first iteration of an implementation, and then I could do a second one, but it is more in this first iteration is more like a functional prototype that then the team can pick up according to their own needs, and I can educate them on what else can they do, how to improve the model, or what else to try on the models. But it's up to them if they want to keep me on the fractional basis or not. But I think that, the classic way would be I come in and I write code every day.
Right.
But I mean, it has worked well, but I think the client has to be open to that type of engagement, which is a little bit different.
Yeah. And so 33A helps clients overcome some of the challenges and obstacles using new technologies. Tell us a little bit about that client promise of zero to AI in 2 weeks. Tell us a little bit about that product offer or that product promise.
Right. First, I'll just go towards, because you have said about challenges and obstacles, and that's often for companies to just get started and to see how AI can actually help them. So that is something we do in the beginning, and people really don't need any technical knowledge to participate in and benefit from our workshops. Nice. So we first remove that challenge of getting started, and we do that with different workshops formats that we have developed. It's a mix of design thinking and AI. We map out all the capabilities that AI has from a very understandable user perspective. So anyone who participates can use the tools, understand what can be done with AI. They can learn to match AI to their business needs, processes, invent even new AI products with our products. And from there, the result of the AI design sprint, that's how we call the workshops, is a technical brief. And then I get the technical brief. What I can do with it is build a prototype. First of all, I'll do a technical feasibility analysis and do some interviews with different stakeholders within the company, the client company, and then build a prototype from there. So the days that we do work on this, it is only 2 weeks, but we also have to ensure that the data is actually available. Of course, we can always work with open source data sets or other data that we can find. But this is our promise, to get them started really quickly and even build them a small solution
within that time frame.
That is functional, that is based on data, that is related to their concept that they have created as a team, co-created, where stakeholders from different teams came together and to develop an AI solution.
Goodness, I feel like every business should have a solution or come and do the workshop with 33A. Sabine, thank you so much for joining us today. To everyone, this is our last set with you. Hopefully we'll see you again.
It's 16 hours.
Sabine, thank you for joining us today. This is the last in our series of talks with you, and hopefully we'll see you in the future again when you come back and share some more insights into what.
Thank you very much for having me. Great fun. And yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Great stuff. Thank you.